Hi, welcome in to Love Goddess Tarot. I'm so happy you're here today. I am going to do a reading for you about what's coming next in love, and you have a decision to make today. You are going to choose one of the cards in front of you. Pick a card readings are general, so the messages will be some for you, some not. Take what works, leave the rest behind. If you want a personal reading, you can check the links below. I occasionally offer them throughout the year. You are going to just take a moment, take a deep breath, close your eyes and then open them again. That sometimes helps. And see which energy is calling to you. Trust your intuition above all else. The timestamps will be below for your choice. You can listen to more than one pile. By all means, do that. If you can't decide, it probably means that the messages for you are contained in more than one pile. 1 is bear, 2 is peacock, 3 is bat, and 4 is tiger. The timestamps are below. Skip ahead when you're ready, and I'll see you in just a minute. Hi, number 1. You started with the bear message. And the bear is an earth energy. It's about starting over. It's about kind of waking up and a new start. If you think about a bear after their hibernation, coming out into spring, that's kind of, after a long winter. That's what this card is about, right? And at first the bear might be moving a little slowly. Things might be tough for them. They're not, they're hungry. They're not exactly happy. The first weeks and months of, their awakening is a little tricky, but winter's over, the spring is coming. So there's some sort of transformation here for you when it comes to relationships. You were drawn to that card, so that is kind of the energy that you are working with right now. It's about you learning to grow into something new. It's about you starting to move again, starting to do things again. That's the energy around you right now. I'm going to pull a card from the Animal Spirit deck about where you're headed. You're coming out of this hibernation period. So where are you headed? Earthworm. So it's beginnings, very, very beginning mindset when it comes to relationships. So either you are completely starting fresh, or you really kind of haven't experienced that kind of long-term relationship, or like a really committed situation. So this is really, really a true beginning. Okay. I feel like you could be heading to a connection with someone who's also really sort of starting over, or there's some sort of newness to this, right? The earthworm is definitely that novice, that newbie, someone who's trying to get confidence. This could describe the person that you are going to meet. It can also describe your feelings. I'm going to pull more cards and we're going to see. But it's a reminder for you to not be intimidated. Don't lose hope. It takes time to figure things out, especially with the bear energy there. So it's like you're getting an encouragement that things take time, relationships take time. There's definitely just this energy of a beginner, of learning, of, maybe being a little shy or hesitant, okay? Or an energy around you that is shy and hesitant. Okay, let's see what the advice is here. I'm going to pull you an advice card. Elk. I love that, because elk is a very mature energy. Okay, so you're moving from bear to elk. All of these are earth. Okay, so we're looking at things connected to long-term relationships, security, money, finances, things that are very grounded, stable. The elk in this deck is about the father. It represents the masculine form of the earth element. It's about support and stability among changes. And the elk personality, whether it's male or female, really knows who they are and knows their core values. And they're very respected. Okay, this is someone who's very respected, somebody who holds on to their values. This is a card that is really connected to anyone who's a really good father or mother or friend. This is really, really beautiful energy. So I really want to encourage you, because this is such a strong message of growth and of earth energy. It's about being supportive and kind. And it's about also your physical self. So I would say focusing on you know, being willing to be vulnerable, expressing your feelings, growing into this sort of mature person in relationships is what's coming next. Let's get some specifics from the tarot about this energy. What do we have for number one when it comes to relationships? Five of Swords. Nine of Cups, beautiful. Jack of Clubs. Let me spread these out. Okay. So let's start with the Five of Diamonds. The Five of Diamonds is in the traditional deck, the Five of Swords, okay? And in this illustration, you see sort of two people playing cards, right? Someone has their cards down, somebody has their cards close to their chest, right? So it's kind of like being a little unsure, which also goes, you know, kind of along with that message of the bear, which is about, you know, kind of beginning again, starting out slowly. The thing with the Five of Swords is, you know, you may right now be feeling a little sad or upset about a situation. Maybe you've lost something, you know, maybe you feel like you've played your cards too close to your chest in relationships in the past, or you've got to pick your battles with someone, and don't get caught up in competition, because what you have coming is the opening up, like becoming vulnerable, accepting that, hey, listen, maybe I don't have this whole thing of relationships down, opens you up to a lot of happiness. So you go from this sword energy of conflict to the cups energy of emotional fulfillment, right? That nine. Nines are also important in your reading today, because nines indicate that you're very close to something. And the Nine of Cups is the wish card. So that means that a wish is coming true. This is about feelings, appreciation, contentment, abundance, prosperity. You're growing and flourishing. It's time to celebrate. So after maybe a slow start, a long winter, this is about you moving towards actually getting a wish when it comes to relationships. And if you've been wanting someone who's mature, stable, that elk energy, it looks like that wish is coming true. So with 9 cups, I'm thinking maybe 9 months from now. That could also be, you know, having a child if some of you are interested in starting a family. This could be the time when you do that. This is a very positive indication for happiness, for wishes, fulfillment, okay? The Jack of Clubs is about a new adventure, okay? So this is like the Knight of Wands, okay? So this is about connecting with love and connecting with this mature energy because of an adventure, travel, This is about pursuing your goals, looking into the future. So I feel like things really pick up for you after a slow start when it comes to relationship energy from this point forward. Okay, the Knight of Wands is connected to fire energy, which would be Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries when it comes to the zodiac signs that it represents. And it's about travel, adventure, creative projects. I love this card because it shows the two cats like mirroring one another. So I feel like it's both of you are, again, like I said, wanting the same things, wanting to grow together. Kind of that bear and earthworm energy combined makes very sort of newbie, new, you know, like, oh, we're just starting out, we're just learning how to do this kind of thing. I think I'm going to pull you a card from the Dream Oracle, which is Barbie inspired, and we're going to see what message about love and relationships you need today. Any final message for you? You have the cactus and it's hurt. So the Five of Swords can sting. It can leave some sort of conflict. Like I said, you may be hurting about something. You may have withdrawn because of this. You may have been feeling hurt. The thing about cactuses are they are resilient. They grow slowly, right? Which is exactly what we're talking about here, which is slow growth and healing. Let's see if there's any other message. Research. We have the whole world here. So that really speaks to that Knight of Wands energy where it's about maybe travel. We have bottom of the deck Malibu, which is all about like adventure and travel for me. Let's see. Any final message for number one? Yeah, and you got kiss kiss. Yes, romance is coming. Ooh, possibly connected to a historic place. We have history with the Egyptian pyramids here, which is also connected to that travel. Maybe some of you are in the process of researching different places you're interested in traveling to. Maybe some of them are historic sites. Maybe you're someone who is gonna, you know, do something academic, taking courses. There's something connected to research, study, knowledge, a new project, a new adventure that is calling, that is bringing in that love energy. Oh, I love it. Okay. And finally, you have Cancer, Neptune, 6th house. So it's work, emotions, emotional fulfillment, that wish card, Neptune connected to, we have two water signs coming in with that 9 of Cups. So that's kind of interesting. We have Pisces and Cancer, 6th house. So for some of you, there could be a connection to work and that water sign energy, Cancer or Pisces, something that's really fulfilling emotionally. It's about home. It's about security, as we talked about with the elk, and you sort of moving into this, away from this sort of hurt energy to something lasting, something that's going to make you feel really good, something you've been wishing for. So if there's a project you've been wishing for at work or an adventure you've been wishing for, I feel like that is pretty close. Okay, that's your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. It's free, it's easy, and once you do that and hit the notification bell, you'll be notified whenever I post a new reading. Also, check out the links up here and below. I am sending you so much love, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey, number 2, you were drawn to the peacock today. And the peacock is the energy of where you're at right now in this moment. And the peacock energy is compassionate. It's somebody who is really beautiful on the inside and outside. So I think that you probably have a really good heart. I feel like you've probably been through quite a bit, because the peacock is able to digest these experiences in life and not harbor resentment, conflict from the past or pain from the past. The peacock lets things go. The peacock learns, is very forgiving. It's an extremely rare kind of individual, and it's somebody who has an advanced level of acceptance of yourself and of others. It can make you very sort of like a very confident but kind person. And if you aren't feeling those things, if you're feeling like you're having a hard time digesting situations, getting through things, getting over things, this can also be the reason that you were attracted to the peacock, because you have within you that beauty, but you're having a hard time letting those things go. So we'll see how this plays out for you when it comes to relationship. I'm going to see what kind of energy is coming in or around you right now when it comes to love and relationships. Ooh, Phoenix. So yes, there's definitely a need for you to burn through some past experiences. And the Phoenix energy is about rising from the ashes, right? It's about purification. It's about, releasing a lot of sort of negativity. It's connected to the energy of the Scorpio energy. It's one of the higher vibrations. It's when you move past that pain and anger and you release it and you transform. It's a freedom from suffering. It's also a freedom from past karma. And it's definitely representing a transformation from the past. So it's not about running from it or denying it or burning bridges. It's about that practice, that dedication of, growing, of forgiving, of all those things. So I feel like there's a need for you to kind of move through some stuck energy that you've been in, and it's connected to some sort of pain or past relationship. But that's what I see coming for you, is that you're moving to that phase where you're going to start to release some of that. Let's see what the advice is here for you to help you move through that. There's something or someone you could be forgiving. Ooh, starfish is also healing energy, right? When we think about the star card in the tarot, again, that's about healing, because the starfish can grow another leg when it, or whatever, limb, I guess it's not really technically a leg, when they lose one or when one is damaged. So that's really kind of beautiful that the starfish came through for you, because we are talking about a lot of healing here. So the advice here, the advice is that you need to go deeper. You need to not really focus maybe so much on appearances. A lot of times peacock can also be connected to someone's appearance, and really look at what is inside. It can also be an advice to not put your dreams aside to please other people. This can be people pleasing, right? So that could be part of what the advice is here. It's also about surrounding yourself with positive people and friends. I feel like there might be, for some of you, because the star card in the tarot is connected to Aquarius and to friends and groups. I feel like for some of you, there could be a need to sort of break free or burn away some negative associations or people around you. Anyone who doesn't have depth, anyone that isn't really there for you. Stop pleasing people that aren't really giving you what you need, okay? So that's going to help you when it comes to relationships in general. But let's see what we have in terms of love. There's something here about there's something here about like something about like superficial friends, something about moving away from a group possibly, a transformation of some sort. Let's see, what do we have for love here? How does it all come together? Okay, so we have the Three of Wands. The Four of Pentacles, both reversed. Ooh, Queen of Wands, beautiful. There you go. The Queen of Wands definitely connects with that peacock energy. Somebody who's really, you know, dynamic, has, you know, has a lot of presence, has a lot of beauty outside and inside. Somebody who's very loyal and compassionate and fiery and all of those exciting things. But let's start with the Three of Wands reversed. So this is about obviously building something for your future, right? But it's reversed, so there's a little bit of a stuck energy or a delay. It doesn't mean that, you know, love isn't coming. It doesn't mean that all is lost. It's actually quite the opposite. The Three of Wands is a wonderful, wonderful card because it's saying that there's a plan, something is expanding your life. You're going to have more and more opportunities coming in. It's just delayed. There's just some frustration around your plans, some setbacks, some miscommunication, some discouragement that you're feeling. And this is only temporary. That's the big thing. This is such a positive card. Even when it's reversed, it's saying there's just some sort of temporary setback when it comes to your manifestations of making your dreams come true, but you need to stay focused and know that they're still on the way. And that's part of that peacock energy. Like whatever these setbacks or disappointments are that you've experienced when it comes to relationships, you need to allow them to move through you, to kind of burn them away so they don't keep you stuck. See, the Four of Pentacles is afraid of losing what they already have in order to get something else, right? She's kind of, if you look at the card, she's a queen, which is what we have there, the Queen of Wands, and we have the peacock energy behind a locked door. See her in there? So it's like, this is about unlocking that through that energy of the Phoenix. It can say that maybe you've put a lot of emphasis on maybe the wrong things in relationship, maybe on someone's looks, maybe on superficial stuff, maybe on money, or maybe people are not taking you seriously, right? Maybe if you're really attractive, that's all they're focused on. And so this is a time when it's about changing your mindset. It's about letting go in order to get more, right? So sometimes we hold on tight to things or people or situations because we're afraid that we're going to lose what we already have worked for or what security we feel we have. But this is about branching out. This is about being confident. With that starfish energy, it's like, you know, this is about going deeper. This is about, you know, meeting people that have more to offer you and getting into relationships that are much more in line with what you want to do. Because here we have the Three of Wands and we have the Queen of Wands. So it's like, these setbacks are just temporary. Once you are able to release that fear, you move towards connections with people who are much more in alignment with who you are. Because the Queen of Wands, as I said, is vibrant, she's energetic, she's powerful, she isn't afraid to express herself. You know, she shows all sides of herself. She stands strong in who she is. She inspires others. So this is about you letting your light shine and letting others do the same and opening up to the world, almost like a starfish. It's like wide open, right? It's like, here I am, I'm wide open, I'm showing you who I am. So this is about, you are moving towards a situation where you're going to be sort of burning away what is false, what is not authentic to who you are. And you're moving away into something very powerful, a connection with someone that allows you to shine, like the Queen of Wands. So let's get any other messages from the Dream Oracle. You got Barbie. Now, this is Barbie inspired. I designed it, which is all about the Queen of Wands. This is about being the center. This is about you shining. You know, this is you being Barbie. This is not standing in the background. This is you stepping to the forefront and being kind of the star of your own show. Look at this. You have bye-bye. You're saying goodbye. That transformative energy of the Phoenix. There's something you need to say goodbye to in order to really shine. Oh my God, celebrity. You got the star. Ah! Oh my God. Okay, so we got the celebrity, which is the star, with the starfish card. So yes, we have a complete confirmation. There may be somebody that you're saying goodbye to. There could be a person who has seemingly a lot, who's maybe super attractive, or you stayed with them because they have some sort of fame attached to them. Maybe you do. Maybe you have some fame attached to you. It's about letting go of just that celebrity part and really getting deeper in relationships. Wow, that's amazing. That's what I see coming for you, is definitely diving deeper in relationship. Okay, Mercury, Scorpio, 11th house. The 11th house is the Aquarius house, the friends, the groups, the networking. Wow. You have either a real strong connection to an Aquarius here or to a group, something, yeah, friends, a group situation, burning away from something that isn't authentic. Scorpio is the Phoenix. Remember I said Scorpio had different levels? It has the Scorpion, the Phoenix, it goes through the purification, and then the highest expression is the eagle. Okay, so this is total confirmation. And Mercury. Mercury's about communication. It's about speaking up, speaking your truth. You were drawn to the beautiful peacock. And this is about digesting information, allowing things to move through you, not staying stuck. There's something coming for you connected to this idea of celebrity, of looks. There's a transformation and change coming, possibly a Scorpio, and we have Aquarius energy. Wow, that was amazing. Okay, that's your message for today. It's kind of an intense one. Write your comments below, like this video, subscribe if you haven't, just hit the button. It's free, it's easy, it really helps me keep coming back and bringing you these free readings. Hit the notification bell once you subscribe, and then you'll be notified whenever I post a new reading. Also, you can check links up here and in the description box with lots of information all about me, possible readings. I offer them throughout the year at various times, different readings. You can check all that out. Sending you so much love. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Hi, number 3. You were drawn to the bat today. So the bat is the energy that's around you that you're working with right now. And the bat energy is about letting go. It's about the darkness. It's about, you know, that kind of midnight hour. Right? When you think about it, bats come out at night and then they disappear in the morning, right? So it's about sort of things that are changing, things that you need to adapt to. Maybe the ending of a big chapter in your life or the closing of a door. It's about moving on, right? It's about that period of time just before the new day dawns. And it's about, you know, not lingering in the past. it's like that's a big message for you, because, sorry, my nose is so itchy, I was like scratching it. That is a big message for you. There's something that you are moving on from. What came into your mind when I said that, right? So focus on that, because that, whatever that thing is, that's really important for this reading today. Okay. Now, let's see what energy is coming in, or energy that is around you and wants to come in when it comes to love and relationships for number 3. Nightingale. Isn't that interesting? So nightingale with the bat, which is evening energy. The nightingale is about singing your song. It's about speaking your truth. It's really beautiful energy. It's air sign connected to Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Oh, I meant to say the bat is connected to air sign energy as well. So there's something about communications, or could be air sign individuals, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, communicating, movement and change. The nightingale is about, you know, being fearless. It's just this little brown bird, which isn't very flashy, but the sound of its song is so beautiful. So it's about that beauty within. It's about music. There's a connection here to music as well for you, about healing some deep wounds, like someone who writes. You know, maybe you're someone that writes poetry, or, you know, music is something you listen to when you get sad, or when you're happy. Music could just be a big part of your life. Maybe you're even a musician. Maybe you have a beautiful voice, or you just love to sing. Maybe there's something you need to say, right? This is about being fearless. This is about, you know, saying the things that you want to say, and speaking your truth. So I feel like you're moving towards a situation where you're going to speak up. You're going to tell someone what you feel, or someone is coming in who's going to speak their truth to you about how they feel. And it's going to be really beautiful. I think it's going to make you happy. Whatever words are coming in, or words that you're saying, are going to make you happy, because the nightingale has such a beautiful song to sing. Let's see what the advice is here about this connection to relationship for number 3. Wow! All air. Owl. I think basically considered, not that we like to say best, but the most benefic card in the deck. I mean, and in the air energy, this is amazing. The owl is about good luck, blessings coming to you. This is really, really beautiful. It's about abundance. It's about treasure. It's about wisdom, right? The white owl is connected to the goddess that represents wealth and beauty and good fortune. And whenever the owl card comes out, it's an omen that something good, some spiritual or material blessing is coming to you. So this is amazing. It's like you'll see, you'll know exactly what to do. So I feel like you have a message coming in, and you're going to know exactly what it is, and you're going to understand that this is a blessing. So I feel like you have some sort of blessing coming through when it comes to relationship, connected to a message, to someone calling, to hearing their voice. Maybe you're gonna, you know, hear a song, a lyric, and you're gonna know, okay, I know what I have to do, or I know what I have to say. But something really, really positive is coming your way, and it could very well be connected to air signs. You could be one, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You could have one coming in. Ooh, how exciting. As a Libra, I love this reading, personally. Okay, let's see. Let's get some details here with the tarot. How can we... Let's just get some messages around all of this. Ooh, new love come in, Ace of Cups, fresh start, new beginning. You're at that in-between moment right before it happens. Wow, beautiful. Whoa, King of Cups. Okay. Love is coming in. Somebody wants to say something. It could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio has something to say. Wow. This is a lot of Pisces energy. This gives me some Scorpio though, even though it's air sign and it's the bat, because, you know, kind of Scorpio is that transformational. It's not traditionally considered that, but for me, this feels more Pisces. You see the fish down here. You see all the fish with the King of Cups. Wow. How exciting. Wow. Oh my gosh. All cups. Oh, okay. So you have the Ace of Cups, the King of Cups, Three of Cups, which is celebration, joy, happiness. Wow. I think you have something this is certainly a owl blessing reading. The Ace of Cups is overflowing. Look at that cup. It's just overflowing. It's about abundance and creativity and love and fertility. It's about love flowing through you and, you know, allowing it to come in. It's like sharing love with people around you too. There's a lot of growth here as well. And it's about, you know, new love, the possibility of a new relationship, a fresh start with the King of Cups. The King of Cups is an emotionally available gentleman in this card. This is masculine energy. It's someone who's sensitive, receptive, emotionally mature. It's not like he's overly emotional. He's just, you know, he's that perfect balance. He's empathetic. He's in touch with his feelings. He's got the balance between logic and emotion, okay? This is someone coming into your life. That can be the message that you're receiving from the Nightingale. And then you have Three of Cups, which is a party, a celebration, a reason to celebrate. Okay, this can be, you know, going out with friends. This can be meeting somebody at a party. It's about collaboration and celebration, a support system, you know, a deep bond with people. The Three is also about that collaborative energy that's creative. But it's like, it's interesting because here's the Ace, there's Two, and then it's Three. So it's kind of interesting. I could be having a child because it goes from 1, 2 to 3. That's a reason to celebrate for some of you. But it's also about a party. It's about being happy, being joyful, enjoying times together. I definitely see love energy coming in here, and water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, with a real strong connection for me to Pisces, okay? Wow. I guess we could just stop there. That's pretty amazing. But let me pull you just a couple more. I'm going to do the Dream Love Oracle, my deck, the Barbie inspired card, just to see if there's anything else. Chef. Ooh, I love that. So there could be eating out, a party, somebody who's, oh, wow. Oh, the whole deck went out. Okay, hold on just a second. There's a lot of feelings. Unexpected. It feels unexpected. Let's see. Someone nurturing. Chef cooks for you, right? There's cups, there's food, abundance. We have summer. Okay, summertime could be the time when you connect with this energy. Could be Cancer season, which is June and July, or the person could have a birthday during that time. And we have Dream House. Oh my gosh, look at this. Yeah, there could be moving in together, or it could even be happening soon, and by summer you're actually buying a home together. There is a lot of blessings here. We have celebration, we have dream house, we have the owl, we have the King of Cups who's following that Ace of Cups. This is definitely love coming in. So I feel that you're going to have a lot to celebrate, and it won't be long from now. You're just at that in between. You're just before it. That's what the bat message is. Hang in there, okay? Sing your song. Speak your truth. Believe in yourself. We have Scorpio, Mercury, 10th house. Mercury is speaking your song. That's the nightingale. That's speaking up. Scorpio energy is connected to all this water sign, but also, like I said, to the idea of the bat, which is that transformational time, okay? 10th house, interesting, public. You could meet in the public. Now, 10th is generally career, work, corporate kind of situation, but it's also public, and you have the message of chef. So this can be meeting at an event, okay? It could be a work event, but it looks really good. Yay! That is your reading. I'm so excited for you. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet before you leave. It's just the click of a button. It's free, it's easy. And once you do that, hit the notification bell and you'll be notified whenever I post a new reading. You can check links up here and in the description box if you're looking for a private reading or any other information or products that I sell. So go ahead and check all that out. I am sending you so much love, and have a good one. I'll see you soon. Hey, number 4, you were drawn to the energy of the tiger today. And so this is the energy that you're working with right now, or that is you're being called to. And the tiger is lunar energy. It's very feminine. It's very divine feminine. The tiger hunts at night. The tiger is someone who is comfortable with silence, with dark, with fearing nothing. This is definitely a card that is reminding you to take in the darkness, to allow the lunar energy to kind of soothe you. It's about, you know, the midnight hour. It's like something about being comfortable in the dark. You know, not fearing anything, being very sort of strong. One of the things with the tiger energy, if you are feeling like insecure, if you're feeling like unsure of yourself, is candle gazing. It's supposed to really connect you with the powerful energy of the tiger. So if you feel like you're missing that, if you don't feel confident, if you don't feel comfortable, that's a suggestion for you with the message of the tiger. But there's something about just being confident in yourself when it comes to relationships. But let's see what energy is coming in for you or is around you at the moment when it comes to love and relationships. Ooh, wow, 2 cats, panther, whoa, okay. Look at that face. Look at those eyes. Okay, you definitely need to be strong and not afraid there with that panther energy. But we have now 2 fires. So fire is connected to fire signs. That would be Leo, Sag, Aries. Fire is very creative. It's very passionate. Now, the interesting thing about the message of the panther is that it's about getting rid of anything that's in its way. Okay, so when the panther energy comes through, it can mean that someone pounces into our life and kind of creates all kinds of craziness and havoc. But the intention of it is to bring us more towards something we're meant for, something. So it's kind of like that idea of a disruption that actually moves you in the direction you're meant to be. So if you've been stagnant, this energy is coming in to like clear the way for you to be more connected to your path. It can be uncomfortable, I'm not gonna lie. It can be unexpected. Sometimes it really can, you know, turn your life upside down, but then once the dust clears, you see the wisdom. So it's kind of one of those things, right? We've all been through those experiences, and afterwards we say, wow, well, if that hadn't happened, then I wouldn't be here, right? But the other side of this energy is somebody that comes in who's very brave, very productive, very much goes for what they want, okay? So there's something about a very strong, empowering message here. It also can be that you are going to be going through a time when you're getting rid of things, people, places that are blocking your path, okay? But ooh, this is getting good. So we have 2 cats. Could be Leo energy too. Okay, so let's see what the advice is. What energy, what message is the advice for the love situation coming up for you? Number 4. What is the advice? Ooh, wow. All fire. Fire is about taking initiative. Fire is, you know, like I said, it's that initiation energy. Hyena. Whoa, that's very interesting. Okay, so the hyena. The hyena is... It's about being funny. It's about being a jokester. It's about... It's about maybe using jokes to sort of hide things in some ways. So are you somebody that uses jokes to kind of laugh through old resentments in relationships, or to mask things that you're uncomfortable with? This is about needing to take your goals seriously. So the advice here is, listen, you need to get comfortable. Maybe you had to learn recently to be alone. You know, the tiger hunts alone at night. And there are things in your life that you need to not be afraid of purging and getting rid of in order to take your goals more seriously. So this is about you becoming empowered, okay? This is about you really focusing on what's important to you, the tiger energy, and going for it. Think about that hunter energy. Yeah. Let's see how that, I'm going to pull you some cards. Let's see how that comes together. There's something about your goals here. Okay, you have the 7 of Wands reversed. There's fire too. Knight of Swords. That's definitely cutting away. That's change energy, moving quickly. That can be that panther coming in and sort of turning things upside down. Six of Swords. Yes, leaving something behind, moving on. There's a move coming. Look at the bottom of the deck, the Strength card. What is it? A lion, Leo energy. Yeah. Oof. This is intense. Okay. So let's start with the 7 of Wands. Look at them. You've got 2 beavers here. Are they working together? Are they working against one another? The 7 of Wands reversed means that maybe you have felt like you were fighting some battles, right? Maybe you felt that like that tiger energy that you have to reconnect. Maybe it's about having to take control and focus your energy right now on something that is just for you, That's what I feel like. I feel like there's been this pull, toss, and this relationship energy that has been imbalanced, which is also that Strength card. The Jack here, the Knight of Swords, is about that change, that movement. It's about knowing who you are and not letting anyone get in your way. That Panther is moving things out of the way. There's some sort of change coming. It could be with someone who is a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini coming into your life. The Knight of Swords rides in really quickly, right? It's somebody who's really smart, ambitious, somebody who really knows what they want and goes for it. There's a lot here about moving on and following your dreams and goals and wishes and leaving some conflict behind. The Six of Swords is about leaving conflict behind. It's about movement and change. It's like moving away from conflict and towards something that is going to be a lot better, but it's hard for you to do. Okay, but don't be afraid and let go of the past so you can go through the other side and get to your goals. Okay. Yeah, I almost feel like someone's coming into your life who's going to turn things upside down in some ways, but it actually ends up helping you move on from a situation that isn't doing you any good. Okay, so someone is coming into your life who is going to sort of uproot you in some way. But the message here with the Strength card is, as your outcome, is to face your fears and do it anyway. It also shows you connecting with a partner who is your equal. So it's that energy of the tiger, the panther, and the lion. There's a lot of very sort of powerful, passionate energy around here. I also feel like someone's coming in with very intense eyes, either green or blue. Because look at this. Look at the panther. All you see in this card are the eyes. And look at this card. I think that's how you'll know. But I don't think it's going to be a mystery when this happens, because the panther really pounces, and it really... It's not something you're going to miss, okay? But it ends up changing the course. I hate to be so dramatic, but it ends up changing the course of your life. You go in a new direction. There could even be a move for you. Okay, I'm going to pull some cards from my deck. The Dream Oracle is Barbie inspired. See if there's any other final messages for you around this love energy. Aha, there's a breakup here with the Seven of Wands and the Tiger, which we see with those two pulling back and forth, right? Fighting these battles. Sliced bread, sliced. That's what I'm focusing on there, which is the Knight of Swords. Slicing something up. Changing things. Painful. Yeah, it's not easy. The Six of Swords is not easy. Neither's Panther energy. Mic drop. Yeah, I think it's a big announcement. I think it's a big breakup. I think there's some big changes coming for you. But at the end, this is like a power move, the mic drop. And the Strength card's a power move, and Hyena is focusing on your goals. I'm gonna pull one more. Loyal. Yeah, someone who's loyal is coming in. I feel like whatever relationship energy you had before, there wasn't that sense of loyalty. There was this breakup. This is a need for you to be strong and powerful. There's a big shift coming in. It's not easy, okay? It's like cutting something away. Oof. Sorry, but this is what your message is, and I'm sure, I hope it resonates. Look at that, Leo, North Node. It's your karma. Look, there's all the lion energy. Let's see what this one is. It landed on 3. Okay, but I'm gonna roll it again because it was on the floor. Oh, it really wants to jump out. 1. Okay, Ace, focusing on yourself. Okay, new beginning, fresh start, not easy. Wow. Yeah, the Panther energy is a big change coming in, unexpected. Somebody who's going to turn your world upside down, or an event that's going to turn your world upside down. But in the end, it's a mic drop moment. It's connecting with that inner strength or partner who really is at your level. There's some moving on. There's some cutting away here, something painful. That is your reading. Please write in the comments below if you're connecting with this and experiencing this. I'd love to hear how it relates to your life. Please subscribe before you leave. It's free, it's easy, and it really helps me and the channel. Once you subscribe, hit the notification bell. You'll be notified whenever I post a new reading. Check the links up here and in the description box below if you have any questions or are looking for any decks or readings or anything like that. All of that will be found there. I am sending you so much love. Have a good one. I'll see you soon.